guys, ASMR Boosters here, and I have more Magic Origins, the last core set by Magic the Gathering, or by Wizards of the Coast. Normally I pre-open the cardboard, but I didn't want to today. Try and get a little bit. So, as always, hoping to pull a Planeswalker. So, let's see what we can do. I hope you guys have all been having a great day. The weather here is really weird. It was around 0 Celsius, so 32 Fahrenheit. And yesterday was plus 8 Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's warm. Like everything was melting. And then today it was around 0, yeah, and it rained and then snowed, and now it's just like gloomy. So, I don't know. Catacomb Slug. It's a 2/6 for 5 with no effects, so kinda crappy. The entire murder scene was covered in dripping, oozing slime. No need for the soothsayer to solve that one. Nasty. Subterranean Scout. It's a goblin. When it enters the battlefield, target creature with power 2 or less can be blocked this turn. When things get ugly above ground, goblins resort to alternate routes of passage. Stratus Walk. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature has flying. Enchanted creature can block only creatures with flying. Farika's Disciple. Death Touch and Renown 1. Fire Fiend Elemental. It has haste and Renown 1. Undead Servant. Once again, that's creepy. When it enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield for each card in your graveyard. Oh, named Undead Servant in your graveyard. Get up. You're not finished yet. Scrapskin Drake. It's kind of fugly. Flying. It can block only creatures with flying. The Cathars killed my scabs down below. Let's see how high their swords can reach. That's by Ludwig, Necro-Alchemist. So if you guys don't know the card, there's, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. It's like an egg, and you can pay to take a counter off it. I think it gets 5, and then it flips to like a 13/13 or something ridiculous. It's like Ludwig's test subject or something. It's been a while. Vine Snare. That's a pretty cool card. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures with power 4 or less. Nissa found that the vines of the most harsh. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Nissa found that the vines of the marsh could ensnare just as well as forest vines could, maybe even better. That's pretty good against like tokens. When someone has a token army, you just shut it down for a turn. Cleric of the Forward Order. When it enters the battlefield, player's enemy is always the same: death itself. Lightning javelin. Stabbing a harpy. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and you scry 1. The harpies descended without mercy upon Acros, only to find their attack put them within range of javelineers. First uncommon, Tormented Thoughts. As an additional cost to cast this, sacrifice a creature. Target player discards a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Not all nightmares can be escaped by waking. That'd be really good with, like, say you had, oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's like an artifact creature, and it's like a, oh my gosh, is it a 7/3 for 3 or something? There's some really powerful ones that have a really high power, but they have a cumulative upkeep for like an absurd amount of mana, or sacrificing a creature. You could just use that to sacrifice it instead. But Blood-Cursed Knight. As long as you control an enchantment, it gets +1/+1 and it has lifelink. The bloodlust shall not control me, for my oath is my greatest compulsion. Sounds like Bloodborne. Council's Lieutenant. Consul's Lieutenant. First strike, renown 1. Whenever it attacks, if it's renowned, other attacking creatures you control get 1/1 until the end of turn. What's our rare? What's our rare? Animist's Awakening. X and a green. Reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all lands from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom in any order. Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instants and or sorceries in your graveyard, untap those lands. That's pretty decent. Like, yeah, not bad at all. A swamp and a elemental token. Weird. Looks like it could be from Zelda, like a Deku shrub. So that's a decent green card. Definitely seen worse. So not sure how it does normally, but I play EDH mostly, so it seems alright. I also ordered some Magic cards on Amazon. I had a gift card, so I think I got like $48 worth of cards. I got like a Ralzeric and stuff, so you guys will see that as well when I get them between the 11th and the 18th. Fetid Imp. It has flying, and for a black it gains Death Touch for the turn. Smash to Smithereens. Destroy target artifact. Smash to Smithereens deals 3 damage to its controller. That's not bad for 2, because in EDH most people have an artifact on the field. The giant Tarvik dreamed that trinkets and machines caused all the world's woe. When he awoke from his troubled sleep, he took the name Tarvik Relic Smasher. Healing Hands. Target player gains 4 life. Draw a card. The Ethereal Touch brings relief. The Physical Touch brings peace. Aspiring Aeronaut. Very, very weird. They look, I don't know. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying onto the battlefield. That's always a mouthful. The Thopters. Yiva's Force Mage. Yevas. When it enters the battlefield, place in the sun. Prickle Bore. As long as you control, or as long as it's your turn, it gets +2/+0 at first strike. Canyons in the Fulberos Badlands are essentially gates to the underworld. Reeve Soul. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. I was not convinced you had a soul until I saw it for myself. Fairy Miscreant. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you control another creature named Fairy Miscreant, draw a card. Still, it's a 1/1 with flying for 1, so that's pretty good value. Llanowar Empath. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. Kytheon's Tactics. Creatures you control get +2/+1 for the turn, and Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, those creatures also gain vigilance for the turn. Seal the Gate. This is our fight now. First uncommon of this pack. Jiraga Invocation. Each creature you control gets +3/+3 until the end of turn, and must be blocked this turn if able. A single tree does not a forest make. We are stronger when we stand together. By Numa, Jiraga Chieftain. I can't read backwards. Sylvan Messenger. Trample. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all elf cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Pretty decent effect. Undercity Troll. That looks pretty awesome. Renown 1, and for 2 and a green, rejuvenate. Make its skin nice and luscious. That's pretty cool. So it can become a 3/3 for 2. A rare. Tainted Remedy. If an opponent would gain life, that player loses that much life instead. That's kind of cool. Drink this, brother. It will bring you rest. Shut down some life gain decks. A mountain and a goblin token. That looks weird. It's like wearing like a skull on top of its face. So we got some interesting cards so far. Hopefully we can still pull a mythic, but I don't hold my breath too often. Oh, the first card is so creepy. Macabre Waltz. It's dancing bodies. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. All dead, move to the hollow rhythm of necromancy. Volcanic Rambler. For 2 and a red, it deals 1 damage to target player. It moves through lava with the force of an erupting volcano. Ambrin Tactician. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get 1/1 for the turn. It's all a game. You shouldn't get too attached to the pieces. Good in a white weenie deck when you have lots of tokens out or something. Titanic Growth. Target creature gets 4/4 for the turn. The Massive Dominate Traverse the battlefield. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Doors, walls, skulls, it matters not. All barriers will be broken. Nice. Bonded construct. That looks cool. It can't attack alone. Loyal to a fault. It heeds its master's every command. And it's a 2/1 for 1. Prickle Boar again. And Reeve Soul again. Fairy Miscreant again. First uncommon. Zendikar Incarnate. Look at that. Crazy. Its power is equal to the number of lands you control. Her people angered Zendikar, and they faced the land's wrath. That is why Nissa is the last of the animists. It's kind of cool. It's a star and a 4, so it'll be at least a 4/4 usually. Gather the pack. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, put up to 2 creature cards from among the revealed cards into your hand instead of 1. Bunch of elves. Somberwald Alpha. It's a 3/2 for 4. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, it gets 1/1 for the turn. For 1 colorless and 1 green, target creature you control gains trample for the turn. Our last rare, Evolutionary Leap. For a green, it's an enchantment. So a green and a colorless, and then pay a green. Sacrifice a creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I wonder if that would be good in Mirren. But it's kind of weird. Got an island and a goblin creature token. So, not too bad. We got Evolutionary Leap, Tainted Remedy, and Animist's Awakening. So, some green and some black. So, no mythics or foils, but never know, maybe next time. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you later.